Music, like prose, consists of phrases, but instead of periods at the end of sentences, in music we have cadences, or places of pause. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to spot cadences and how to analyze the harmonies at the cadence point of phrases of music. This is assignment 4.3, and I'm going to show you how to do number 1 and number 2. So, let's just review the two chords that have been presented so far in our book, and that is the tonic chord, or the chord built on the first scale degree, and the dominant chord, the chord built on the fifth scale degree. For the example, I'm going to use the key of F major, which has one flat, so F major. And let's start with the tonic chord. It's built on the first scale degree. In F major, that would be F, and we'll build a snowman, build a triad, and there's our F triad. And then if you go up to the fifth scale degree, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so F, G, A, B flat, C. We build a snowman on that fifth scale degree, we get C, E, and G. So the tonic triad is spelled F, A, C. The dominant triad is spelled C, E, G. And we got that by just building our snowman on top of the first scale degree and on top of the fifth scale degree. We use Roman numerals to show the quality, right? So capital Roman numeral shows that it's a major chord, FAC, and the capital Roman numeral here shows that it's a major dominant chord, CEG. Now, the reason I'm going over that is all the cadences we're going to be looking at in this chapter are going to be using either the tonic chord or the dominant chord. And let's look over here at some music. This is assignment 4.3, number 1. So even though there's a lot of great music, in this phrase, we're really only concerned with the last two chords. That's where we're going to find our cadence. And if you add up the notes that you see in the chord, for instance, here's a C, here's a G, here's a C, and here's an E. So if I put all those notes, there was a C on the bottom, then there was a G, then there was another C, and then there was an E. Our snowman shows us that this is a C major chord. This is the dominant chord. So that's going to be a dominant. Then this last chord, we have an F, then an A, then a C, then an F. And again, if we put them in snowman form, the bottom note was F, the next note up was A, the note above that was C, and then the note above that was another F. So our snowman there forms an F major chord. This is going to be the tonic chord. So the cadence that goes from dominant to tonic in music is called an authentic cadence. And there's going to be two kinds of authentic cadences, either a perfect authentic or an imperfect authentic. With all of these authentic cadences, we always are going to check three key points: the bottom of the dominant chord, the bottom of the tonic chord, and the top of the tonic chord. If all three of those points are the roots of their respective triads, then we have a perfect authentic cadence. But if one of those 3 points, either this one, or this one, if any one of those 3 points is not the root of its triad, then it is called an imperfect authentic triad. So let's check it out. It turns out this is the root of the C triad, and this is the root of the F triad, and this is the root of the F triad. So, in this example, we would analyze these last two chords as being dominant to tonic. That's our Roman numeral analysis. We checked all 3 points and decided that it was a perfect authentic cadence. The final thing usually done with this analysis is to look at what the soprano melody is. And we can either do that with solfege syllables or with scale degrees. In terms of scale degrees, since we're in the key of F, right, the key is F, and the cadence is a perfect authentic, the melody line that goes from E to F actually goes from the 7th scale degree to the 8th scale degree. So we would say the melody line is 7 to 8. You could also say it's T to Do if you're using solfege syllables. All right, let's look at another one. This is number 2 on assignment 4.3, and it's a new key. It's the key of 2 flats, and we can tell by the fact that it starts and ends here, at least the ending is a B flat triad. This last chord here, if you examine it, you find it's a B flat triad. It's the key of B flat major. Now, another key it could have been was G minor, but I always tell students that to support it being a minor key, you have to have a leading tone. So if it was G minor, the leading tone that we'd have to have is F sharp. All right, leading tone is a minor second below the tonic note. So a minor second below G is F sharp. Since there is no F sharp in this, it's really hard to support that it sounds like it's in G minor. So let's go with B flat major. Alrighty, so again, we're only concerned with, not even though that we have a nice long phrase here, a big musical phrase, we're really concerned just with these last two chords. And the notes that we find here, we have an F, then an A, then a C, then an F. Well, if I catalog that, F on the bottom, then there was an A, then there was a C, then there was another F on the bottom. The F chord in the key of B flat major is the fifth scale degree. So it looks like we have a dominant chord. And then the last chord, we have B flat, another B flat, then a D, then an F. Well, let's put that here. We have B flat, another B flat, then a D, then an F. So I'm just building my snowman. And the B flat chord that forms is the first scale degree. So there's our tonic chord. Then the last thing we're going to look at is the bottom note of both triads and then the top note of the last one. Those are the 3 points, 1, 2, 3. If those are the roots of their respective triads, then we have a perfect authentic cadence. If not, it'll be imperfect. We do have an authentic cadence though, don't we? Because we have a 5-to-1. That's what makes it authentic. Authentic cadence is dominant to tonic. So let's go ahead and put in our chords, key of B flat, and our chord symbols, dominant, that's the F triad, to tonic, that's the B flat triad. Then finally, since we do have the root here, we do have the root here, but we don't have the root here, right? F is actually the fifth of the B flat triad, not the root. We have to say that this is an imperfect authentic cadence. And then finally, our melodic line that goes from F to F, it's the fifth scale degree to the fifth scale degree, 5 to 5. You could have also said it was sol to sol if you're using solfege. And that's how we analyze cadences. First we had a perfect authentic, and in this case, in this new key, we have a imperfect authentic cadence from dominant to tonic.